Hi my little puffins and welcome to this tutorial. Today I'm gonna teach you how to draw cartoon dogs. A little disclaimer, I am no pro at drawing dogs, but I thought since there were a lot of requests on how to draw cartoon dogs, I would give it a go and see what it leads to. If you haven't yet seen the base on how to draw cartoon animals on this channel, here is a link. Click there and you will get the foundation and the base on how to draw cartoon animals. But anyways, let's get started on this tutorial. The first step is to draw the dog's head. By doing that, you draw a circle, and after that you draw two lines intersecting one another in the center. This character will be facing a little to the side, so it's not really center, but you know what I mean. Once you're done with this, draw the eyes. One eye on each side of the diagonal line, and they are supposed to be lying on the horizontal line. Add the eyebrows on top of the eyes. Once that is done, you connect the eyebrow with the eye. Draw two lines which connects the two. Now you can draw the pupils. My character will be looking a little bit up, but you can choose yourself where you want your characters to look. And now it's time for the snout, or the nose, as we say. Draw oval circle facing away from the head. This is the base, so we know where the nose will be. Once you've done this, you start at the base of the right eye, the further away eye, and you will do a curve over the oval so that you follow the bridge of the nose. At the bottom of the nose, make a triangle. Now it's time to make the upper lip. You can see how I am doing here. My characters will be smiling, so don't forget to lift the cheeks by drawing an up-curved line underneath the eye. And it's time for the chin. I am adding a little bit of hair here. Remember to try and connect the jaw with the skull. The skull is the circle, so try to connect those two so it gets a straight line. Remember to connect the jaw with the skull. You do that by following the jaw up to the circle. The circle symbolizes the skull of the dog. So those two lines are supposed to meet each other and intersect. Once you've done that, you can add a little bit of shape to the cheek. I choose to make it a little bit more pointy. And now it's time for the ears. They are supposed to be on top of the head, surprise, surprise, on each side of the skull. I choose to draw my dog with floppy ears. So draw a triangle facing downwards and repeat it on the other side. Don't forget to add some hair in the ears and on top of the head. Here I'm just adding some details to the head. Now it's time to draw the neck. It's not as complicated as it seems. I decided to add a color to the dog. And now it's just to fire away with the details and add shadows or highlights or just play around with it all. I also decided to add a tongue hanging out of its mouth. Now you can clean up the sketch if you want to. You can also curve the nose the other way, like this. And here we had the head of the dog. And now that we have drawn the head of the dog, it's time to jump over to the body. We are gonna start just like before with the head. Just repeat the steps that I did back there. I am gonna do a little bit of a different dog here. I'm gonna make more of a collie, so the nose will be a little bit different, but the rule still applies. Okay, so now we're finished with the head. It's time to start on the neck. Draw two lines from the jaw and from the neck, facing a little bit away from each other and downwards. When that is done, draw a circle underneath the neck. This will act as the chest and will guide you through to place the proportions. Draw a line from underneath the circle. This will be the bottom of the belly of the dog. And then draw a horizontal line from the neck and the wither of the dog and work your way backwards. From the hip, draw a straight line facing a little bit downwards. And also by the hip, draw a diagonal line straight down. This will help you to place the back legs correctly. So let's return to the chest. Draw from the throat and down underneath the chest. Once this is done, it's time to draw the front legs. Draw a line from underneath the chest circle and draw downwards. And at the end of the line, draw a little circle. This will be the paws. Repeat the same technique on the back legs. And now it's time to flesh out the legs a little bit. The lines you just draw for the legs are supposed to be in the middle of two lines. So the line you drew is the skeleton. You are supposed to draw outside of that line, and that will be the outline of the dog, like I do here. And at the end of the leg, draw the paws. Imagine them as triangles. Once you're finished with the front legs, you go back over the belly and make some fur. Add some fur to the throat and the neck also, if you want to. Go back and flesh out the back legs also now. And here comes the most fun part, to draw the tail. The tail is fairly simple to draw and doesn't often cause much trouble. And now you can clean up your sketch so it looks a little bit cleaner. You can also start to use shadows and highlights and make it a little bit more detailed than the sketch was. And here we have the body of a dog. I'm gonna draw another pose, and this one it's gonna be a dog which is doing something. I decided to draw a dog with a bone in its mouth, and it's crouching a little bit. So you see here how I'm planning out the sketch on how I want the body to look like. Sometimes it can be tricky. Like I said, I am no expert at drawing dogs at all. I'm still trying to learn how to figure out their body and everything. So I am still struggling, and maybe that is good to hear for you guys, that you hear someone saying that I am not perfect. I have limits also, and I'm still learning on how to draw dogs. But this is what I came up with. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and that you learned a little bit on how to draw cartoon dogs. Comment down below what you would like to see in the next tutorial video, and I'll see what I can do for you. You don't have to follow this tutorial 100%. You can tweak and have fun and play around with different breeds and try to figure out how each breed looks like, because no dog looks like the other really. Here are some previous videos you can check out if you want to, and if you like this tutorial, thumbs up, I really appreciate it. And don't forget to subscribe, click on the icon up in the corner to make sure you're not missing out on any content. And I see you in the next one. Bye my little puffins!